OTAs has officially begun, Jets fans. Day number 1 is wrapped up for the New York Jets as Justin Fields gets on the practice field for the first time, wearing a Jets helmet, wearing a Jets practice uniform for the first time in his Jets career. I'm excited to talk about day number 1 for the New York Jets and OTAs. I'm fired up every time OTA starts because that means football is right around the corner. We saw the offseason program in April. We saw rookie minicamp, but now OTAs has started, and I'm excited to talk about day number 1 right here in this video. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Comment down below your thoughts of OTAs, what you're looking forward to see the most from this Jets team and OTAs. And don't forget to subscribe here to Jets Media if you're new to the channel. Now let's get straight into business. Now the first thing I want to say is this: the media was not at practice today. They will not be there till Thursday, so we don't know exactly what happened in total on the practice field in terms of who looked good but who didn't. But we do have some content of this video of Justin Fields going on the field courtesy of the New York Jets. We have some photos and some drills that we saw out there, and I just want to go over some storylines and what to look after in this Jets team during OTAs, because OTAs is a very interesting phase of the offseason, and I think it's very important to talk about these specific things that we'll be highlighting in this video. So let's get straight into business as you see Justin Fields trot on the field for the New York Jets. And now the photos you'll see on the screen are from the Jets OTAs. Olu Fashanu entering year number 2, which is going to be exciting. What is he going to look like as the first time he'll be starting for the Jets in week number 1? Last year, he finished off the season starting for this football team. I'm excited about Olu Fashanu, but I think the biggest talking point about OTAs for me is going to be Aaron Glenn. And Aaron Glenn will be talking to the media tomorrow, and I'm excited to see that. But I feel like the OTAs is all about installing your scheme, getting all the players on the practice field. No pads, so it's not like things are going to be ramped up and you're going to see a lot of contact. But things are definitely entering a new phase of the offseason, from offseason workouts, from rookie minicamp, getting the helmets on, getting the uniforms on. It's a different dynamic there. And I'm really curious to see the framework and the overall structure of the practices that Aaron Glenn is going to implement here, and also who's showing up for these OTAs. Because reminder, OTAs are voluntary. You do not have to show up for OTAs at all if you're a player. It's not mandatory. Mandatory camp is not until June, right? So these are all voluntary, and it's cool to see guys like Sauce Gardner in attendance, Quinnen Williams, the vet of this football team. And by the way, this team is extremely young. Like, very young. Only have 2 players or 3 that are 30 years old, which is, what, Tyrod Taylor, 35 years old, Thomas Hennessy, a long snapper's 30, and then Josh Reynolds is 30. Those are the only players that are 30 years old or older, by the way. So that's how young this team really is. Garrett Wilson, of course, who's the star of this team on the offensive side of the ball. Great to see him on the practice field for this Jets team. And, you know, all eyes are on Justin Fields. Let's be honest with ourselves, entering OTAs. If you're a Jets fan, I think the biggest thing is, what does Justin Fields look like? And the one thing that I can tell you right now about Justin Fields is he's impressing a lot of people internally. The coaching staff is impressed. The teammates are impressed. A lot of people are gravitating towards Justin Fields' natural ability to be a leader. It doesn't feel forced. He has this natural level of confidence to him that Aaron Glenn likes to talk about. And he wore the t-shirt when he signed with the Jets. Humble over hype. It's all about being a humble human being. Gravitate towards it. When he talks, you got to listen, because he does not talk often. That's the type of leader that, of course, this Jets football team needs. And as of right now, we don't know is Justin Fields going to succeed with the Jets. But I think now with day 1 of OTAs here, we're going to get a good idea. What does he look like with the New York Jets being the starting quarterback? Who is the type of guy that we can expect from him in the OTAs? What type of leader is he? Is he able to get these guys on the same page? Because OTAs, like I said, it's all about the scheme. And reminder, this is the first year with new head coach Aaron Glenn and new offensive coordinator Tanner Engstrand and new defensive coordinator Steve Wilks. So there's a brand new scheme that guys like Sauce Gardner on defense is going to have to learn. Garrett Wilson on offense is going to have to learn. There's going to be a learning curve for this entire Jets roster that they're going to have to figure out a way to get everybody on the same page and learning the schematics, learning the system, and that's why I'm excited for OTAs to get underway. Now, when the media is there, that's where we're going to see, okay, who looked good, who's flashing, who's Justin Fields targeting in these offseason workouts. And it's another thing to note that OTAs is majority 7-on-7. You're not going to see 11-on-11. You're not going to see, the offensive line really go after each other until pads go on. Even though you'll see, when the media's there, Will McDonald beats Armand Membu for a sack. But I don't really evaluate the trenches in OTAs. I think OTAs is more highlighting the quarterbacks and the skill players like wide receivers and corners more specifically. You can evaluate the trenches more when training camp starts, in my opinion, when the pads go on. But some intriguing storylines I did want to talk about is Brady Cook and Adrian Martinez. Obviously, the highlight is going to be Justin Fields, like I talked about, but the quarterback 3 spot's wide open with Jordan Travis retiring. Tyrod Taylor's the backup, but who's going to be QB3? Adrian Martinez, Brady Cook are the 2 guys to keep your eyes on entering OTAs. Who is going to be the guy that separates themselves entering training camp? That is definitely something to consider. And at the wide receiver position, I know that we don't really like anybody to be the number 2 receiver next to Garrett Wilson, but I will say it's going to be interesting to see who makes the roster at the wide receiver position, who gets cut, because it's pretty logjammed in terms of the guys we have on this roster. Xavier Gipson, he changed his number to 3. Is he going to make this roster? Malachi Corley, he changed his number to 6. Is he going to have an impact? We signed Tyler Johnson in free agency. We signed Josh Reynolds. He still got Alan Lazard on this team, right? So I think there's a lot of guys. And then, of course, we drafted Arian Smith. You brought in Skinner, the undrafted free agent. There's a bunch of wide receivers that's trying to make this team as an undrafted free agent at that position. So I think that's another intriguing storyline entering OTAs for this Jets team. So I think there's very interesting position battles to watch out for. The corner room is going to be very intriguing. Is Brandon Stevens going to be the starter? And then A.Z. Thomas, a rookie, is going to try to steal that job? Are they going to just gift the starting job to Stevens, or are they going to have an open competition, right? What does Jamie Sherwood look like after getting paid the big bucks? Is he going to embody being a captain of that defense like C.J. Mosley did for so many years? Like, I'm excited for OTAs for all the reasons I'm listing, because it really shows you the players that are all in, and it shows you if the players are all into the system and the culture that Aaron Glenn is trying to implement here in his first season with the New York Jets. And that's really what OTAs is about. Can you come in and help this team establish a new identity and culture? And if you guys did not watch the Jets offseason video, highly recommend it. 3-part documentary, and you hear a lot from Aaron Glenn. And I feel like that really shows you the type of coach Aaron Glenn is. What he was talking about in those videos is the type of culture they're trying to establish. They're not trying to assemble a roster of guys. They're trying to build a team of people that like to work together, all about the right things, all in, and are passionate about the game of football. Love the process, going through the grind. Like, I really do love what Aaron Glenn is implementing here. So I'm excited for OTAs to kick off, and I'm excited to hear from Aaron Glenn tomorrow. And of course, when the media is there, that's when we can really see firsthand, see the videos, see who's progressing, who's flashing in OTAs, because OTAs does mean a lot for this team, especially when you have a brand new quarterback like we have with Justin Fields, like we have a brand new system on offense. So I'm excited about it. It gets me giddy every time an OTA start. I love this time of the year because we're going into the summer. And then, of course, training camp is another animal that really is exciting. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Who are some players that you're really looking forward to watch at OTAs for the New York Jets? Please feel free to comment your thoughts. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed, as always, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. With that, I'll leave you guys with that. Love you guys as always, and let's go Jets. Peace out, folks.